Hello everyone. Welcome to Supreme Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology. Welcome to Supreme Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology. This is Dr. Piri, and today I will be taking you in an ICT course, and the topic of wired and wireless connection. Wired versus wireless connection here. Wired and wireless connection. I think the previous topic we discussed what a wired connection is, and for today's lesson we're going to look at wireless connection. So a wired connection, this is whereby we use the cables to connect or to transmit information or data. For instance, if you want to transmit the information from the camera to the DVR or NVR or to the monitor, you're supposed to connect the wire cables in order to transmit information. That is wired, meaning you use the wires to transmit the information in order to be displayed on the monitor. Now, using the wireless connection, this is whereby you use the wireless connection without any cable involved to transmit the data or the information to the DVR and are being displayed it to the monitor of the screen. So I remember, and some of you that were together during the previous topic, we discussed this part where we talked about the wired connection and the components of the CCTV. We mentioned about the difference between NVR and the DVR, what the DVR is, what an NVR is. We also talked about the switches, the POA switch, the non-POA switch, all those things. We also talked about the analog cameras and the IP cameras. Yeah, so on today's lesson we'll discuss on wireless connection. What is a wireless connection is. Okay, so let's proceed on today's lesson. So wireless connection, most wireless CCTV cameras use the 2.4 gigahertz frequency to transmit their video images to a monitor or DVR. So we all know what it means when we hear the word DVR by now. A DVR stands for digital video recorder. Then if there was an R here, or N, sorry, N means network video recorder. But on this topic, we are looking at the DVR, digital video recorder. So usually frequencies can be slightly changed to have more than one group of cameras. So sorry, let me explain here what it means on this 2.5 gigahertz frequencies. So I'll repeat the sentence. Most wireless CCTV cameras use the 2.4 gigahertz frequencies to transmit their video images to a monitor or DVR of cameras in specific space. So what it means here, this 2.5 that you are seeing here, this 2.5, actually this is the speed of which the cameras transmit the video images or the data to the DVR going to the monitor. So this is the normal speed, the common speed that the cameras transmit data. So the question may it come, what is the transmission range of the cameras? What is the transmission range of the cameras from the camera going to the DVR, and from the DVR going to the monitor? So the common transmission speed, it is 2.4 gigahertz. That is the common speed or the standard speed of the cameras that transmit data from the camera going to the DVR, then the DVR going to the monitor or the screen. So that's what this point was trying to explain. So by the way, this is the wireless CCTV cameras, the ones that they use this speed of 2.5 gigahertz to transmit their video images to a monitor or DVR. Usually frequency can be slightly changed to have more than one group of cameras in a specific space. I'll repeat, usually frequencies can be slightly changed to have more than one group of cameras in a specific space. Wireless CCTV cameras that use this frequency can easily transmit through most walls and obstacles. I'll repeat, wireless CCTV cameras that use this frequency can easily transmit through most walls and obstacles. So what do this point trying to tell us is that this wireless connection of these cameras, they can easily transmit that despite obstacles or obstruction. It can be either the wall or maybe the trees or anything that can disable the transmission. But with wireless, it can easily transmit information without any challenges. That's what this point is trying to say. Then, however, each individual location will have its own operating limits. However, maybe I use the which color? Lady. Okay, lady. It's okay. Yeah, can continue. So however, each individual location will have its own operating limits. Expect most wireless CCTV cameras to send data to a range of about 200 feet. Okay, expect most wireless CCTV cameras to send data to a range of about 200 feet. However, many will more likely work well when transmitting less than 150 feet. Okay, so this point is trying to tell us that in as much as you are trying to transmit this data in a longer distance like 200 feet, many of the cameras, they will have challenges to transmit a good quality signal as well as the good resolution of the images and the videos, meaning they will have the poor signal. As a result, you're going to have a poor image as well as even the signal quality is going to be poor because of the distance. So the longer the distance, the poorer the signal quality as well as the poorer of the video quality. So you should always observe that if the distance is too long, meaning even the cameras won't give the good quality or good high resolution of data according how you want them to be. But if you are in between 150 feet or below that, meaning the signal quality is going to be stable as well as the transmission speed, the frequencies is going to be on normal. Sure. So we can proceed. A clear line of sight transmission will always work best. Okay, like I was explaining. However, many will more likely work well when transmission less than 150 feet instead of 200 feet. That's what this point is trying to explain. Then a clear line of sight transmission will always work best if you maintain this range 150 feet and below, not going up to 200 feet. Then some of the cameras, they won't, let me say most of the cameras, they won't transmit like good quality of the videos to the DVR going to the monitor or to the screen, and even the signal quality as well as the speed is going to reduce because of the distance. Okay, so obviously a wireless connection allows greater freedom to place CCTV cameras almost anywhere, while wireless CCTV cameras transmit their video images to a digital video recorder or monitor. Many of these types of cameras must be plugged into an electrical outlet. There are, however, some CCTV cameras that are battery operated. So here they are trying to tell us that these cameras, for them to transmit data or for them to go on, there must be a source of power to power on the cameras as well as the cable, or rather this is the wireless, so it means there is no need of the data cable since it is wireless, but there must be a power source that will power on the cameras in order to transmit the data. So meaning there are some cameras that they have self batteries or inbuilt batteries, meaning such kind of cameras there is no need to look for alternative power unless for backup. But most of the cameras, they don't have the self batteries, they don't have the inbuilt batteries, meaning it's supposed to provide the source of power where you connect a 12 volts charger in order for them to go on. Sure. So we can proceed. So this is just the camera that we are showing here, showing us the camera and how you can connect the power. But in this case there is no any cable that is showing where you can connect the power, so meaning the self battery, they have self batteries or they have inbuilt batteries. So we can proceed to the next page. So here we are looking at tape versus video. Sorry, not video. Tapes versus digital video recorders. Tape versus digital video recorders. So point number one, there are two main ways to record video images that CCTV cameras capture. There are two main ways to record video images that CCTV cameras capture. So there are analog tape, that is number one, and digital video recorders. So these are many two ways to record video images that CCTV camera captures. So we have what we call analog tape and digital video recorders. So most analog video recorders use VCR. Okay, so the question might come, what is the VCR? So VCR stands for video cassette recorder. Video cassette recorder. It is an electromechanical machine that uses to record the audio as well as the video and send it to the DVR and display it to the monitor. It's a device, electromechanical device that record the audio or the sound as well as the video and send it to the DVR and display to the monitor or the screen. So that's what it means when you hear the word VCR, stand for a video cassette recorder. Okay, so another question might come, mention two main ways that the cameras captures the video images, or that the CCTV cameras capture video images. So here we have number one, analog tape and digital video recorder. That's why here it says there are two main ways to record video images that CCTV cameras capture, but these main are analog tape and digital video recorder. Okay, so we'll continue. Most analog video recorders use VCR, which is also known as a video cassette recorder, tapes or standard VCRs to record the images or special security time lapse. VCR to record images for a longer period of time. Okay, so most analog video recorders use VCR tape or standard VCR to record the images or special security time lapse. VCR to record images for a longer period of time. So meaning the reason why they use this VCR, that is in analog system, it's because they can record the images for a longer period of time. Okay, so VCR tape recorder, a tape recorder such as a security time lapse VCR can record CCTV camera images in either black and white or color for 2,4, 6, 8 or all the way up to 960 hours, which is 40 complete days. Okay, a tape recorder such as a security time lapse VCR can record CCTV camera images in either black and white or color for 2,4, 6,8 or all the way up to 960 hours, which is 40 complete days. Okay, so meaning these VCR tape recorder, they can record either in black and white or in color. That's the reason why sometimes you find that the footage or the CCTV is showing in black and white instead of in color, meaning they can record in both, either black and white or in color. Now in color, it can record for 2,4, then 6,8 or all the way up to 960 hours, which is 40 complete days. Okay, then the determining factor is how many frames per second users intend to record and how many cameras are hooked up to the VCR for recording. For instance, if a user records 30 frames per second real-time video, he or she will only be able to get a few hours of video captured on the recorder. If users record 1 frame per second or less, they can record for dozens of hours before the video. Let me try to do this. Before the video tape is full. VCRs are very practical, very reliable and extremely affordable. Okay, so what they're trying to say here is that these VCR, these are analog cameras. Most of these cameras, they are very flexible, affordable and reliable. What it means is they are cheap and they are easy to maintain as well as easy to install. So meaning once you have these systems, you won't be having much difficulties once you connect them. For them to go off or to have a problem, it takes time. And again, they are cheap compared to these IP cameras. Okay, so we can proceed. So we are looking at a digital video recorder. If you remember, here we are looking at tape versus digital video recorder. We are saying there are too many ways to record the video, which is number one is analog tape and digital video recorder. So here we are looking at digital video recorder. So here, point number 1, there are 2 types of DVRs, digital video recorders. They are either stand-alone devices or hard drives that are connected to a computer system. Okay, so I'll repeat. There are 2 types of DVRs, digital video recorders. They are either stand-alone devices or hard drive that are connected to a computer system. So meaning there are 2 types of DVRs. There's one that is a standalone, meaning everything is inside the system of the DVR. Then there is other one whereby the hard drive is connected to the computer system. Okay, these are 2 types of DVRs. One, it is a standalone or all-in-one, meaning on its own it has the drive inside and it can do everything, whilst the other, it has the hard drive connected to the computer. Okay, computer system. So DVR work similar to VCR. By the way, VCR is a video cassette recorder, but the image they capture from the CCTV camera is digital. Okay, they work similar with DVR work similar to VCR, but the image they capture from the CCTV camera is digital. The amount of digital images captured on DVR is determined by a few factors, including the frames per second recorded, the amount of camera hooked up to the DVR device, the resolution that the DVR saves the images at, and the video compression used, e.g. MPEG-4, page 4, if you can call it like that, but it's MPEG-4 for a common setup where 4 cameras are shooting at 30 fps and an image resolution of 320 by 240 is being used. Each camera only records when motion is on, and MPEG-4 compression is used. Users should be able to fill up a 20 to 25 GB hard drive in about 80 hours. Okay, yeah, so here this is just the setup that you are seeing here. This is the DVR, then this is the monitor, the screen. Let me try to zoom if I can see something. No, I can't. So this is the screen and this is the computer. This is the computer. Okay, so these are cameras. So this is just the setup of the system, of which I showed you the setup of the IP cameras as well as the analog. But if you are still not sure how these things are being connected, I can still do a video just to show you how you can come up with a complete system of the DVR and the MVR, how you connect these things. But at least I'm sure by now you have an idea of what is happening here. It may not be exact as this one, but how these things are being done is one and the same. What differs is how you want your system to be working. If you want your system to be linked to the maybe wireless or remote control, or you just want it to be monitored local, then it's going to differ on the things as well as the materials that you want. For instance, if you don't want your cameras to be linked to the remote control via the phone or the computer, meaning there will be no need of a Wi-Fi or a router. So meaning the router won't be there. But for someone who wants to connect the cameras via remote control or via the phone as well as the computer, meaning they will need the Wi-Fi. So sometimes you would see the router here or the Wi-Fi, of which in some other CCTV components find that there's no router or Wi-Fi. So it's depend on the things that you want to use. Okay, I think we can proceed now to the next page. So many DVR interface. So here, as you can see, this is just the connection. So this is, I'll start with this one, MDVR-CF. So these are for near panel connection. Okay, then this is the LAN cable. Okay, so this is the Ethernet or interface connection. So like I was explaining, if you need the internet to have a remote control, then you are going to need the internet for connection. But if you don't want to have a remote control, then there is no need of this internet. Okay, then you also need this cable for video monitor with audio. So this is the screen, though this picture is odd, don't mind. Nowadays we have things that are advanced, even the DVR itself, or the NVR, sorry, not NVR, but the DVR itself, it's a very odd. There are those that are advanced, they have even the port for HDMI cable. Okay, so we have dual wireless audio inputs, then we have GPS antenna, then we have video monitor here, then we have dual video camera inputs. Okay, then we have what's this? Okay, I don't know what's this. There's nothing that is written in there, but as far as I can see, this is where the CVR is, video cassette recorder, and these are AVs. Okay, yeah, then standard AVs cables. Okay, so this is the old system. It can complicate you, but we have a new system. So this image was there for the purpose of demonstration, but where we are moving now, even in most countries or even in Western countries, they stopped using some of these kind of connection, or the cameras, the product, they advanced them more than what we are seeing here. So let's see the point here. We have main DVR interface, power input, 6 trigger inputs, remote control input. Like I was saying, if you want to connect to the internet, where you want to be monitoring everything via the phone as well as at the laptop, not only in the room. Maybe you are traveling, you want to be monitoring your system or your things wirelessly, even if you are very far from your system, or from home, or from workplace, or anywhere else, or any business, then you want to be monitoring them on the phone or the laptop, wherever you are. That's when you need this remote control, and that's where now you involve the Ethernet or internet connection here. Okay, then we also have ladder gun interface. Then this is what's that? Accelerometer interface, then camera communication, then a cell communication interface, record lead output. Yeah, so like I have said, this is the old model system of connection. Nowadays you will not even need all of these here, just need the few things: the cameras, the DVR, then as well as the monitor. It means you are good to go, and the cameras will go on. If you want to connect them remotely, you need the router or the Wi-Fi for connection it wirelessly. So you need the monitor, the DVR, as well as the cameras and the internet. Then you are done. All these other things, you will no longer need them in order to connect the CCTV, unless you are using such kind of a DVR. That's when you involve some kind of connection. But where world is moving now, they moved to this kind of connection. Okay, so we can proceed to the next page. So here is what is digital and compressed video. Okay, so digital refer to the process of digitalizing or simplifying the CCTV analog. Okay, so digital refers to the process of digitalizing or simplifying the CCTV analog. That's what digital means. Then video, to transmit an analog signal to a digital format. Digital and compressed 8 to 10 byte video used by some CCTV fiber. So transverse, this is not IP video. Okay, so compressed or encoded video removes some of the redundant. Let me repeat this point, I didn't get it. Compressed or encoded video removes some of the redundant. Okay, redundant, I get it. Then point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point number 6, information in order to reduce data rates. Then lossless removes redundant information without affecting picture quality. Okay, then for 45 to 90 MB data rates, then loss result in some reduction in video quality, resolution, frame rates. Okay, so the color depth over in compressed image 56 kbps to 10 mbps. Okay, so let me explain now. I was just reading the points. So here we're saying what is digital and the compressed video. So digital refers to the process of digitalizing and sampling the CCTV analog. Okay, so video, to transmit an analog signal to a digital format. Okay, so here what they're trying to say is that when transmitting this video analog signal to a digital, but remember here we're saying that it is digitalizing or sampling the CCTV analog. So as you make the video digitalized in order to transmit a video. Okay, then digital and compressed, the one that is not compressed and compressed, 80 to 10 bytes video used by some CCTV fibers. Okay, then transverse, this is not an IP video. So transverse is not an IP video, they're just explaining here, don't get confused. Then compressed or encoded video removes some of the redundant. So these are when they say compressed or uncompressed video or encoded removes some of redundant. What they're trying to say here is as these cameras, as they are getting the information of the audio and everything, so there are those noise that can be there, maybe it's a windy or anything, then they make sure that they have audio cancellation, whereby they get the relevant sound that is needed in order to get the point or to understand what was going on. That's what this point is trying to explain. Then information in order to reduce data rates. This is just a straightforward. Then lossless removes redundant information without affecting picture quality. So here you can remove those noise that you don't want, but without affecting the video quality. The video quality will be still the same, but you have selected the sound that you want instead of disturbing the video quality or picture quality. Then 45 to 90 MB data rate. So this is just the how data or how the MBs move as they are transmitting the video quality or picture quality. Then loss result in some reduction in video quality resolution from late. Okay, then the last one is color depth over uncompressed image is about 56 kbps to 10 mbps. So these are data range of transmitting these images or picture quality. So as you can see, this one, it transmits a 56 kbps to 10 mbps. So meaning even the video quality and the graphic, everything is on point compared to these that are in 45 to 90 mbs. Okay, yeah, so here they were just trying to explain, nothing to get you off of the point or to get lost. Let's proceed. Okay, so here it says, how does digital CCTV work? How does digital CCTV work? Yeah, I was trying to zoom the picture, but even me, I'm failing to see. I can't see, but let's see the point. I will try to explain so that you can understand. So how does digital CCTV work? So digital CCTV is a relatively new technology that has proclaimed itself to be the next level in security monitoring systems. Recent advances in technology over the past couple of years has made digital CCTV available and affordable for visual anyone to implement on their premises. So Vestel in design digital CCTV operates across a standard Ethernet, so no extra wiring is required in the majority of situations. Once installed on your premises, your digital CCTV network can be added to quickly and easily simply by installing new CCTV cameras and adding these to your CCTV software package. Once your network of CCTV cameras have been installed on your site, you are able to analyze both live and historic events-based video clips through your PC monitoring using, you can't see, using the CCTV software supplied supplied with your system. Okay, let me explain here. This point might confuse you, but let me explain to get the concept. So how does digital CCTV work? Okay, here these things, how they work is the things that you need in order for this digital system to work. Let me make you understand by reading these paragraphs or notes. So I'll start with this point. Number one said digital CCTV is a relative new technology. So here they're just saying that is a new system that they brought in order to improve the security system. Okay, then recent advance in technology over the past couple of years has made the digital CCTV available and affordable for virtually anyone to implement on their premises. So the idea was to make this digital system or CCTV affordable and available for almost everyone to have access in order to able to install them in their premises. It can be either home, at work, or anywhere else where they want to install them. Okay, then how does they work? That's the main point. we are supposed to understand here. So Vestel, in design, digital CCTV operate across a standard Ethernet. So the use of the Ethernet, that cable for data transmission, meaning you need that cable, you need the switch, you need the cameras, you need the DVR, you need the monitor in order for it to work. So let me explain to make you understand what is going to be needed in order the system to work. Okay, no, I like the color, not this color. Anyway, it's okay, maybe this one. No, I try this one. No, good. Yeah. So what it is here for the digital system or CCTV work, meaning you're going to need the I can even light here. You're going to need a monitor here. This is the monitor. Then sorry, let me draw it nicely. You're going to need a monitor here. Then a monitor, you're going to need a DVR here. This is a monitor MO. Then here, this is the DVR. Then you're going to need the cameras here. This is the line of the cameras, meaning you need the cameras about maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are cameras here. You need the cameras. Then meaning these cameras, they will be connected to here, the DVR. Then one port for HDMI cable or VGA will be to this monitor there. Then in a situation whereby you want your cameras to be connected to the phone or to the laptop, you're going to need a router here or Ethernet, meaning you need the internet here. You need the internet. So what will happen here is this. This, instead of going direct there, the cable will go here. Then the other cable is going to the DVR. So meaning you're going to get the IP address from this switch. Then you're going to link the IP address from the DVR in order to start viewing the CCTV through your phone or on your laptop. That's how this system works. Then, by the way, for these cameras to start transmitting data, they will need power, meaning they also need the power source where you connect the cameras to. Each and every camera is supposed to have the 12 volts charger for it to go on. That's how the CCTV system works. So the things that are needed for CCTV system, for digital system work, you need the monitor, the DVR, the power source for the camera and the DVR, the Ethernet cable, the switch, as well as the monitor. Then you have the full system. This is what they were trying to explain here, just like the same picture that I sent last time, to make a complete system. Okay, so here it's just a continuation from where we stopped. Then digital CCTV is unique in that it will only record the images when movement is detected. Okay, so this ultimately means that you will only have CCTV footage of activity. Okay, so when something occurs across the camera's field of view, so meaning these digital cameras are very unique. In order for you to have the footage or to have the video, it must capture something that is in motion or that is making a movement. Something that is in motion or making a movement. If it is on constant, something that is not moving, is not shaking, is not vibrating, is not doing anything, then the camera won't capture anything. It will be more like an image that is on pause, on maybe one pause throughout the day. unless something passes on the camera making some movements, then that's when you're going to have different videos or different images. But if it is on constant, nothing is moving, nothing is passing, then you have the single image, the single or same image from morning up to evening. Okay, yeah, so that's what this point is trying to explain here. Then the quality of the footage, where's the cursor? Okay, so the quality of the footage generated by your digital CCTV cameras means that evidence quality images are generated which can be used in a court of law to prosecute perpetrators. I'll repeat, the quality of the footage generated by your digital CCTV cameras means that evidence quality images are generated which can be used in a court of law to prosecute perpetrators. Okay, so meaning the images, we call the images of the videos, but the best term is the footages. So when you hear the word footages, it means from anything that has happened, now they get the evidence from the CCTV or from the cameras. Then it can be a video or a picture. We call it a footage that shows exactly how the incident occurred or happened. Maybe there was a fight, there was maybe there was a fight, or maybe there were something, or maybe misunderstanding. Then people, maybe they started now throwing things. Then the footage that someone is going to get to show the person who started the fight or who started the conflict, then we call it as the footage. Then that video or the image, they can represent it to court as an evidence and prosecute a perpetrator, the person who maybe has started the violence, or maybe the person maybe who started the fight, or maybe who came and steal. They can use that as the evidence. That's the main reason why people, they install these cameras in their premises, for security reasons as well as the evidence, because the picture that you might get and present it to the court of law, it is enough evidence to show that, okay, this is the person who entered in this premises on this company around this time, and from that time, that's when we discovered that there was missing money, or maybe there was stolen property, or maybe there was missing goods from the same time, meaning it is the enough evidence even to present it in the court of law. Okay, let's proceed. Where are we? In the court of law, okay. So analog CCTVs or analog CCTV systems, yeah, so okay, so sorry, I lost the signal. Where were we? Okay, so we are talking about the analog CCTV system. Invariably are unable to do this. Okay, so analog CCTV systems invariably are unable to do this. What do they trying to say here? Okay, let me get this point here. Okay, so what they're trying to say here is analog CCTV systems invariably are unable to do this. Also, what they're trying to say here, since this type of the CCTVs is whereby they only take a picture or videos upon the movement of something that is in motion. So like invariably CCTVs, then they will be unable to do this. So most of the times, such kind of these analog cameras, they cannot manage to give the evidence compared to digital CCTV. Okay, so the integration capabilities of digital CCTV mean that in addition to working extremely well as a standalone security system, it can also be connected to other installed security equipment. Yeah, so I'll repeat this point. In the integration capabilities of digital CCTV mean that in addition to working extremely well as a standalone security system, it can also be connected to other installed security equipment. So for them to work nicely, they can also be connected to other security equipment. As you can see here, we have the laptop here on the screen. Then we have the internet. Then this is another laptop connected to the same internet. Then we have a desktop here. We have a CPU and the monitor. Then here, this is where the internet is coming from, the transmission of the entire internet. So this is the cellular provider. So this cellular provider is the transmission satellite for the internet that the computer here, the laptops are connected on. Then here, this is the let me try to zoom. Also, this is the Qualcomm transmission video to cool tower. Okay, so this is how it's moving. When you see the sequence here, it's moving like this from here. Then from this Qualcomm is going to send the signals to the satellite here. Then cellular producer is going to take it to the internet iCloud here. Then from here is going to share to this computer or this user and this user. That's how it being transmitted in order to have a successful transmission of CCTV. So it will start from here. Then here is going to send the information to this cellular cam or transmitter video to a satellite here, cellular provider. Then from here is going to send it to the internet iCloud. Then from there is going to share to this user and this user to the middle and this other user, the third party. Okay, that's what this point was trying to explain. The integration capabilities of digital CCTV mean that in addition to working extremely well as a standalone security system, it can also be connected to the other installed security equipment like this one here being demonstrated. Okay, so we can proceed to the next page. So here we are going to look at what are IP cameras. What are IP cameras? So this is the topic that we're going to look at next time when we meet. We're going to look at what are IP cameras. We are from talking of the analog as well as the digital. So we talked of the digital and the analog. So next time when we meet, we look at IP cameras. So, like, just breathing, a growing branch in CCTV is the internet protocol cameras. So these are internet protocol cameras. That's what it means when you hear IP cameras. Okay, so I don't want to disturb you. This is the topic for a next day. For now, the main interest was to understand the difference between wired and the wireless connection, as well as the types of the digital and the analog cameras that are connected to the DVR. So next time when we meet, you're going to look at the IP cameras. These are cameras that they use the internet protocol, where you need to configure them now compared to the digital ones. That's where now those of you that were asking the questions on how to configure the cameras, once we are done with this topic, we are going to look at network configuration, where you understand the IP configuration. This is the topic that we're going to look at in the next lecture when we meet again. So for now, we're going to end here. Here. This topic will be the topic of a next lesson or next lecture. IP cameras. Okay, so goodbye. I hope you have understood. I know I cannot understand everything, but the most important is to understand the basics. Then you become more familiar to this, more especially when you start doing the practicals. You start touching these things, like, you know, something that you touch and you see with your own hand, your own naked eyes. It's something that you cannot forget, and it will be easy to remember or to memorize. So see you in the next lecture. Stay blessed, and please don't forget to subscribe and like, so that such kind of these videos, once we post them, we'll be able to being the first people to be notified on your phone or any gadgets that you are using. So bye, see you next time.